Before we start this episode, we're celebrating 1 year of podcasts and 3 action-packed campaigns. If you want to make our birthday special, give us a review on iTunes or the Apple Podcast app. That's the number one thing you can do to help us grow. Thanks. Enjoy the show. Welcome to Crit Sandwich, the world's tastiest D&D podcast. Crit Sandwich is 4 friends playing 5th edition D&D with random settings and plots. We use adult language, have big consistent character voices, and script the rules. If this is your first time listening, we got 3 campaigns out there for you to binge right through. This is campaign 4. On episode 0 of each campaign, we roll on a random chart to make up the game that we're about to play for the next season. My name is Casey Sears. I am your host. To my left is Matt Poppich.
What's up, man?
Across the table from me is Chuck Ventus.
How's it going?
To my right, our previous dungeon master, Robbie Ponder. How do you feel about your previous campaign, sir?
I feel really good. It's going very great right now. We're only probably halfway through it right now, though.
Shh, you're not supposed to tell. You're breaking the mystery.
Re-record.
Oh, I thought we told them before we re-record these early.
Yeah, we totally do. So that the DM of the next campaign can have plenty of time to get ready for the game.
Mm-hmm. How do you feel? How do you guys feel? How's it going? How's my campaign? How's my DMing going?
Well, we're only halfway through, so time will tell.
I loved the ending. The ending was really good.
I cried. I laughed.
That's so crazy that you would love it when you guys all died.
It really surprised me.
Yeah, that's the thing that I loved about it the most, is all the death.
Yep, a lot of death.
All right, so we have a chart, and I think everyone is going to roll on it 3 times. We're going to come up with a character, a setting, and a plot.
You guys know the role. You guys know what we're doing. Let's just jump right into it.
I hope everyone knows what we're doing right now, because
it's not a secret.
Yeah, we're jumping just straight into creating some next crazy campaign. Let's hope it is awesome.
Oh, shit. I think we're done. I think we're done. You don't have to record that, but...
Well, we're recording all of it, but...
I like to leave all the comments in, but, just shorten it.
Yeah. Last time I did this, I put little, baselines between the rolls, because it is, some dead space, and you need to break that up.
I noticed that, and I liked it. I think I sent you a message about it.
Yeah. You need, a little musical interlude, because there's a gap there.
Well, I only say that. We'll see what Matt thinks, but I did roll something that for the Abyss. I rolled 42 for the setting, so I might need your help because I only know plot-wise, story-wise, but as far as characters, I have no idea what it is.
Sure.
So,
all right, let's go ahead and go around the table. Matt, what'd you roll for your first random campaign?
So I got Transformers as our characters.
That's cool.
So I guess we're robots in disguise.
Mm-hmm. I don't think it has to be robots, but yeah.
Okay, so what are you thinking then if it's a because that's what a Transformer is.
I think it depends on what everything else is. You can transform into anything.
Yeah.
So I got D&D Dark Sun.
Ooh.
So for those who don't know, that's it's one of the D&D actual universes, but it's kind of like apocalypse-y D&D. So I'm not quite sure how Transformer connects with that per se.
Would it be like transform into an angel or transform into a demon? Would that work?
Okay, what's your plot?
Lewis and Clark. So I imagine we're exploring and traveling.
Okay. Actually, I think that could be a really cool story. It's just you have to figure out what the hooks are.
Yeah, but I feel like that. I feel like that's doable. I feel like that's a normal D&D, but the Transformer part throws me off a little.
It could be, you know what it could be? D&D Dark. Well, actually, I think. Why can't I think of the robot class right now?
Oh, the Warforged. Okay,
we could be Warforged. That are deceptive. Deceptive Warforged. That Warforged made to turn into things that they aren't. and a cross-continent journey.
That'd be kind of fun. Like each of you, like at the start of it, would pick. Okay, what does your guy turn into? What everyday appliance? I guess. I don't know. Yeah. Why not?
I turn into a vacuum.
Okay. All right. I like it.
Something dark, sunny.
Yeah. Chuck, what do you got?
Are you ready? Are you ready first, Chuck? You're staring at your phone.
I'm just looking up some stuff. You guys go ahead of me.
Robbie, are you ready?
See if I have something, but
So I do not know how to pronounce this. Number 49, Durgar.
Durgar.
Durgar. What is that?
Those are dark dwarves.
Dark Dwarves. Oh, yeah. So those are the things we talked about in the beginning of my campaign, Dark Dwarves. I didn't know the name for them. Yeah, so they're Durgars. The setting is a corporate rule, and the plot is The Purge.
Oh, that's
So
pretty
remind me
good.
of The Purge again.
Oh,
the
man.
Purge is
Brutal.
where one day out of the year. In the movie, I think it's the U.S., but it makes it
laws,
legal.
right?
There are no laws.
Oh.
So if
For
you want
one
to break
night.
any laws on the one night of the year, you can do whatever you want. If you want to murder, you want to rob, you want to do whatever you want. Bad stuff, you can do that.
What was the setting again?
Setting is corporate rule.
Okay,
Corporate
so
rule.
there's like a Durgar corporation that is running the world, and everything is kind of underground, dark dwarves, and everything just goes fucking wild for a little while.
Sounds pretty good.
It does. It does. I'm a little more excited about it now that I know what everything is. I'm a little more excited about it right now.
It's a good one.
I feel like there'd have to be a major plot thing though to be like, why do you want to participate in the purge? Why does your character want to do it? That's what would be like for the DM to decide.
Yeah.
And that's my hard hook. It's like, what is that?
And I think that's something the DM would probably watch that movie and then read some stuff about the Durgar and kind of combine those two concepts,
Right.
and figure that out.
It's totally doable. Yeah. I mean, the movie is. Has anyone seen it?
I've not
The
seen
Purge?
that movie.
Yeah.
I've never seen The Purge, but I
Okay.
know what it's about.
I mean, so the original reason they did it was like, hey, if you guys just go kill all the homeless people one night, it'll be A, legal, and B, we won't have like welfare and stuff. So it'll be great. Everyone wins. But then it started after like years, it became like, my boss was shitty to me 3 months ago, so he's going to die on the purge night. So like, then everybody started being nice to each other. And then it got to be like, that guy's richer than me. Fuck all that.
Eat the rich.
So, yeah. So it like evolved.
if I kill that guy, maybe I get promoted.
Yeah, all sorts of stuff. So, it's an interesting, like psychological situation. That
Crime is reduced every day of the year except for this one day because
And then-
everybody saves it all, bottles up all their energy.
Yep, exactly. So,
Chuck, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm going to need some help because I don't know a whole lot of stuff, but I think Matt might be interested. I rolled a 50, so Aasimar.
that's perfect.
Angel people.
Angel people.
Descendants
You're
of
half angels.
gods or angels and shit.
Okay.
The setting is the Abyss,
All right.
and then the plot is Wizard of Oz.
Oh.
So I'm gonna throw this your way.
Yeah, I've got
'Cause I
2 out of 3
know-
are just perfect. It's Wizard of Oz, but
Follow the Yellow Skull Road.
I mean, you got Wizard of Oz. You're following a path. Yellow Skull Road. I don't know what the hell, but I mean, you got like Descendants of Gods, angels, and shit, and the Abyss, which you kind of explained earlier, which was we talked about it
Off mic.
off mic. Yeah,
So it-
something you were
yeah.
super interested in, but we just got
Yeah.
super lucky rolling it. But
so it would be a high level campaign, and you guys know that's what I'm interested in as well. I would have to think about the Yellow Brick Road / Wizard of Oz part.
So it's Wizard of Oz is a bit fish out of water.
yes,
It's you're trying to get back to where you were. So maybe an Aasimar trying to get back to heaven.
Okay.
So I mean, or whatever a DM would decide. But that is my gut feeling. Like you're trying to get back. Maybe you're fallen angels trying to get back to heaven, and you have to go on this journey to do it.
I can make
You got to get back to Kansas, man.
I mean, obviously, let's keep rolling, but I would make that happen for us.
All right.
I saw the Abyss, and I was like, oh, Matt would like it. And I had no idea what Aasimar was, so I had to like look that up. And I was like, oh shit,
They're
angels and stuff. So I was like, fits in with that. But then I was like, Yellow Brick Road or
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz. I was like, nah.
No, I could make that happen. That part of it throws me off a little bit, but I would mold it. So I like that a lot.
I believe Aasimar is where people talk very delicately into a microphone.
For the gods.
And no, that's ASMR. I'm just kidding.
We are asses.
Does anyone know what that is?
No.
Am I the only person that knows what ASMR is? Just look at it on YouTube. It's like a weird internet. ASMR.
ASMR.
Yep, just Google that on YouTube sometime.
They talk super light in the mic.
It's like, like you put on headphones and like someone's talking to you like real soft, or like there's a weird thing. It's a weird internet subculture thing.
ASMR.
Yeah, just Google that and just...
Does it help put you to sleep or something?
Usually it just tickles the back of your neck, really. It just kind of...
I wrote it down on my paper.
Google believe I'm the only one.
Google ASMR.
You guys need to internet harder. You guys need to find the weird weird dark corners of the internet.
Should we take a break?
This is what happens. This is what happens when you don't have kids. You
I was
just
gonna
go
say,
to you go to some weird
having
places
that much
on the
time
internet.
sounds amazing. I don't know.
All right, so what I'm really doing is stalling because mine is I'm not excited about. And this is no offense to our listener, Peyton Very Cool suggested Beast Tamers. The setting is an alien invasion, and the plot is Edge of Tomorrow. So Alien Invasions and Edge of Tomorrow work together so well because that is literally the plot of that movie.
Right, yeah.
I'm not sure where Beast Tamers come in.
You tame your own beast to help fight off the invasion.
Unless the beasts are aliens.
Yeah, maybe you capture some aliens. You capture some of them, and then you're like tasked with like taming this thing, and you're going to use the weapon against itself. You're going to use the aliens to fight off the invasion itself. That's the only thing I can think of. So you're like taming them, or you're trying to train them to learn their ways, and you use them to like fight against the invasion that's going on. And then you have Edge of Tomorrow, where like
you come back and back and back.
Something happens, where you like keep coming back. It's over and over and over.
I do
again,
like.
So.
I feel like the Edge of Tomorrow plot is awesome,
but it has to fit.
Yeah,
it has to be the right thing.
Very specific.
It's hard to DM.
It is. It's going to be extremely tough to DM.
Yeah, you have to build the whole game before you play the first episode because you're going to play it over and over and over.
It is a choose your own adventure book where okay, don't do that one.
Kind of
so
set
I guess
everything.
I have to, yeah,
exactly. You set everything up, and it's super deadly.
So I've never seen the movie, but I would like to. Does Tom Cruise like use a mech or anything?
I think I have it, Robbie. If I have it,
it's good. It's a great action.
It's a good one. Yeah,
we'll check when we're done tonight. I'll check and I'll let you borrow it.
Yeah, you should watch that movie regardless of anything.
Yeah. Does he have a mech, or does he just have like a rifle?
No, it's kind of got like a mech suit, but it's like that's how that like it's an exosuit. That's how it is in futuristic.
What if your exosuit was your beast, and so like taking something that he has from the movie and turning it into his beast? Like the beast is now his weapon.
Yeah.
I'm just throwing out there. I think we can continue.
Let's bookshelf it. Let's roll our second round of suggestions.
I can go ahead and go if you want.
Tear it up, Matt.
So it took a second, but I think I connected this. So I got The Abyss as well.
Ooh.
I know, right? The characters are hitmen. And then Friday the 13th. That's what kind of got to me. I was like, what is happening here? But so I'm thinking maybe a demon lord in the Abyss somehow figured out how to start getting into people's dreams.
Well, the Friday the 13th is different than Nightmare on Elm Street.
Of the other one?
You're thinking of Nightmare on Elm Street where the Freddy Krueger is in the dreams.
Okay, that's what I thought this was. Friday the 13th is what's his face?
Jason slaughtering kids at summer camp.
Oh, that makes it hard.
It could still be someone hunting down, and slaughtering people. It's just not going to be in their dreams.
You could be a hitman, and someone's trying to kill the hitman as well.
Now I'm confused. Because if it takes place in the Abyss, like
what
you
was
would
the
need
plot again? I'm sorry.
Friday the 13th. So like just one roaming killer.
I mean, we could have we're bounty hunters in the Abyss.
I don't think it works.
Is that what you said? We're bounty hunters. We're bounty hunters.
Hitmen.
We're hitmen. We're traveling in the Abyss. We're trying to.
You don't just travel in the Abyss.
I mean, we're in the Abyss, so we're in the Abyss, and there's like some big baddies in the Abyss that we are trying to take out. We have a contract to take out these guys. There's one guy though that is a fucking badass, and he haunts our nightmares, and he just shows up.
See the
Not our
nightmare thing?
nightmares.
No.
Not our nightmares.
Not our nightmares.
He literally hunts us.
He hunts us.
And our friends.
And he comes and he fucks us up real bad. This is probably someone where if we were smart, we would run away every time.
Yeah.
But, maybe we're idiots and we try and fight him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But that doesn't mean that he has to show up all the time. Like, you don't have to base the plot
and
squarely around that, but that is,
And there's something weird about his mom, probably.
Probably.
Okay.
Right?
I don't know if I like that better or the ASMR one with
Wizard
of
of
Oz.
Yeah, ASMR serves it up pretty well.
Yeah, it does. But Wizard of Oz. But I would make it happen.
Just
I feel
watch that movie. You'd figure it out.
Yeah.
Or read the plot on Wikipedia. You're probably fine either way. All right, Chuck, what do you got for us?
All right, so I rolled 51 for Fallen Angels. In the setting of, I rolled 20 for Candyland.
Nice.
That was super fun. Super excited about. But then I rolled a 48, which is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
God darn it.
I feel like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids always comes in, bites us in the ass. But I'm just
good of a plot, but it doesn't fit with most of this.
I was just like, that's how I was like, oh man, I'm rolling some really good stuff. And then I rolled Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, and I was just like, what? So,
what was the setting again?
Candyland. So we're fallen angels. We do some bad shit, and we fall down into Candyland.
So I feel like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is...
Everything's just big.
It doesn't have to be necessarily everything's big, but it is the plot of that movie is transformative. You see the world in a different way because of your new perspective. So these fallen angels, I mean, that might be a part of their falling, is they see the world in a new perspective from their new position.
Okay.
But also it's Candyland.
There's candy everywhere.
I would think that you would get shrunk on Halloween and like you're in a candy bag. Some kid's candy bag. And I don't know why the fallen angel part, but...
You're being very literal. I'm being very metaphorical, and either way is fine. But let's move on.
Yeah.
Robbie.
Okay, so characters, we are cyborgs. Setting is a barbarian, Conan. And 50, I rolled a predator as our plot predator.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm. Is that the sound the predator makes?
Kind of. It's a little click here, but
I'm not very good at it.
I like that.
So I imagine that, this is barbarian time where Conan is the king of the land, and we're cyborgs that came from the future, and there is this hunter around in this area killing everything that he sees as a pride for a hunt. And I'm assuming something happens in our cyborgs that they want to go and they want to stop the predator from killing people in a certain area.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine like you're on a hunt as these cyborgs. I imagine you'd have to be some sort of post-apocalypse for them to be barbarian cyborgs, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like there's no civilization, but clearly there's technology.
Yeah.
Some sort of ancient technology is allowing people to become cyborgs. But but then there's this one murderous hunt, and you are the hunted. I do like the players being the hunted. I think that's kind of cool.
It does sound kind of fun.
Point
that's why I was saying, Matt was like, I don't know about the one, but it sounds kind of fun to have a bad guy that fucks us up. You know, we're not going to be able to defeat this person, but they always come and they come after us.
Yeah.
That's a danger. Maybe, have you ever played, what's that game? It's the Lord of the Rings game where you have the orc army and all that shit. What is that called?
Shadow of Mordor?
Shadow of Mordor.
Yeah.
Have you ever had... You guys have played that. You're in a battle. You're fighting someone, and then there's that nemesis that always just shows up.
Yeah, all your abilities suck against it for some reason.
And they
he's basically broken.
They mess you up,
and they keep coming back.
Yeah,
and then for some reason it's stronger next time.
Yep.
You got me sold. I'm super pumped about this one. Hitman Abyss, Friday the 13th.
Let's keep rolling.
I think that's on. But I'm pretty excited about that.
That was our previous one, by the way.
Yes.
Yeah. So I want to make sure.
Did we have one more story?
I have one more.
Right.
It's Aarakocra, which is the bird people race in Dungeons and Dragons.
You think they can control their poop?
Caca.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's in the manual. Probably not.
Dude, that's my character.
cannot.
My character flaw. He just shits wherever he is.
That's what a bird does.
There was no pooping in the books.
I've had to poop for the past hour and a half, and I'm still controlling it.
But you're not a bird.
But you're not an Aarakocra.
Sure, whatever. My dog controls his poop. Why can't a bird?
They don't. Read it. It's not. They don't. They just they have no control. They just poop.
Or
because they can't have the extra weight. Yeah, it's a thing.
Maybe they can.
birds?
Maybe they
Yeah.
can control it, but they just let it loose because they don't care.
I don't know.
What do they poop in their nest then, like with the other baby birds?
When they're
Like-
flying, they cannot control their poop.
when they're
it
flying.
immediately comes
Okay.
out.
All right, maybe.
So
I don't know.
I'm wondering if that transposes over to Aarakocra.
Well, we'll find out in the next season of. No.
A random constitution
So-
check to see if you shit your pants.
All right. So anyway,
I already like it, Casey.
Yes,
Let's do it.
Sell it. It's done. Don't even bother.
You
with
don't
the
even have
rest
to
of it.
read the setting or plot. Fuck it. We're Aarakocra.
it's Aarakocra and a nuclear post-apocalypse,
Wow.
and the plot is Robin Hood.
Oh,
So you're trying to steal from those that have, for the have-nots. And I think this is actually like just a
Works out great.
straightforward.
Yeah.
This is a very straightforward, campaign.
Yeah.
Like that is a very.
that's an easy
a
one.
good plot.
It's,
Yeah,
it's all that combines really well.
yeah, I like that a lot.
I like mine a lot, and I'm passionate about it. But if someone wanted to jump at that, I wouldn't blame them. I feel like that
Okay.
goes together really well.
All right, let's have another round.
Matt, what is Alara for setting?
Yeah, that's one of the Magic the Gathering ones that they have a whole thing on. And that is where there are basically 5 continents, and each one is. So, like, there's a super good one based on, like, each one, the colors of Magic. I should just put it that way.
Yeah.
And they.
Earth, fire, water. Well, I mean, like,
So, like, black, white.
Black,
and then,
white, red.
blue, and
Blue and
green.
green.
Yeah, they basically war with each other.
There's just a war that's going on
Kind of.
constantly. Are there any alliances or anything like that?
Oh yeah, alliances are made and broken.
Like
all the
red
time.
and blue are on the same team against black and green or something like that? Or
yeah, like white is with blue. I forget. I don't know. We would have to look it up. There's an entire manual on it for D&D.
okay.
I can go first.
All right, Robbie, tear it up.
So for characters, we are soldiers or police officers. For setting, it is a magic school campus. And the plot is 300. So I imagine us being security guards for the school, and the school is being attacked, and we have to hold our ground. We have to hold our ground and not let the attackers pursue past us to the school.
I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that'd be a
I
lot
like
of fun.
that a lot.
It'd be like
This reminds me of the first show, like the last showdown of where Voldemort's attacking whatever Hogwarts, and
Yeah.
so
But it's a whole game.
yeah.
That's pretty cool.
that would be really good.
And you could have, so go say all 3 of those again, because I feel like the time period and the setting could be anything. It could be modern, it could be fantasy, it could be sci-fi.
So characters, you are soldiers or police officers. Let me get the exact wording that we put in here for.
Magic school.
It's actually school campus. School
School
campus.
campus.
Yeah, instead of magic school. School campus. And then the plot is 300.
Yeah, it'd be like the 3 instead of the 300. It'd be like the 3 security guards
I feel like we've had
versus
some really
waves.
good ones.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yeah, that's a
Gosh.
good one.
Yeah, the only thing is like in our modern day and age, like super, like that's not like
It doesn't say that modern.
no.
day.
If it were our modern day and age, like the reality of school shootings and
Yeah,
everything
we don't wanna do
else,
that.
like that's not.
That's not fun.
Yeah, maybe too brutal. Chuck, what you got?
I'll try my best to do this, but or at least explain it. But I rolled a 34, which is superheroes, and a setting of Alara, which is a 29, and then the plot is Edge of Tomorrow.
Okay.
So
We get that one a lot.
Yeah, we're really getting that one this time a lot.
we're superheroes, so we have super abilities. And then in Alara, Matt was talking about like the Magic of the Gathering. You have your 5. I was looking it up. It's like the 5 planes, or basically it sounds like there's an all-out war. Like they're separated at one point, but then they all kind of come together, which creates like all-out war. So our superheroes would either be trying to create peace or maybe fight for a certain plane, I guess. Mm-hmm. And then Edge of Tomorrow, we all know how that works out. It's basically like
you die, you come back.
Live, die, repeat, basically. So it might be a situation where we try and work for one plane and try and fight for that alliance, but then we are kind of like, wait a second, that's not right. And then we end up like dying. We're like, oh, in order to create, maybe our goal is like peace in the end between all 5 planes, and we start out one way and maybe we die, and then we're like, oh, that's not the right path for us to go. So we start with another group and try and work with them and stuff, and we just keep live, dying, and repeating until we get the right situation. I don't know.
I feel like throwing all 3 of those together is just something that's really complicated to follow.
It's really weird. Mm-hmm. Yeah, especially, I don't know, superheroes and Alara. I know Edge of Tomorrow, but Edge of Tomorrow is just very, like you said, you got to write the whole thing out.
Yeah.
So how do you do that with those other 2 things?
Well, the great thing about that is if you DM it, you could always make it really, really short. Mm-hmm. If you don't, like if you're planning a whole campaign off of it, just make it a really short.
Is anybody else thinking of any other ideas for those 3 combos? Superheroes.
It's
and
tough
Alara,
when
Edge of Tomorrow.
When one comes up that not everyone else knows, like Alara is a very rich world, but if you don't know it, that's tough. And Edge of Tomorrow is always going to be one.
Edge of Tomorrow, whenever I think of it, is a short campaign, but it could take a while because you're looking for a certain
story that you do over and over.
That could be 8 to 10 episodes. Yeah, so
which I think is cool. Like each episode would be.
Don't go that way.
What if it led to different possibilities? Yeah, that would.
Yeah, it definitely would. But you'd have. Basically, what I would think is if superheroes were trying to save the world, maybe there's some sort of device, some sort of like person they're working with, or some sort of like super hero, or some sort of wizard or magical person who every time they fail is like, well, reset the world. You know what I mean? Like until he gets it right, or until the team gets it right. There's got to be something there to anchor the.
I'm just not confident. If that one comes up, I'm not confident that I would DM it well enough. It just scares me to DM, frankly.
Yeah, I feel like I could DM it.
Huh?
I think you could. I believe in you.
Thanks. But let's go to Matt. Matt, what do you got for this round?
Sure. So I have rock stars. We're musicians.
I'm a bard.
All bard party.
Yeah, we somehow make ourselves to the Upside Down from Stranger Things.
The real world wasn't enough for us, so we needed to
kick it up a notch and
go to the dark side.
We were like, hey,
really hardcore shit.
Yeah, so let's go and jam out in the Upside Down. And we're also going to be in a car chase because it's Mad Max Fury Road. There's what? Why is there always
I love this.
I don't know how you would have a car chase in the Upside Down.
So you're a band in a van.
We're traveling. We're on the road, man.
Oh,
we're on the road. That's the Mad Max van.
Right. You're already there, and you cross over into some terrible nonsense.
It's about all the bands. You fight on your buses, your tour buses, and you're just fucking like going at it. You run into another band. They're just like, fuck you. We don't like you guys, You
guys ever seen The Pick of Destiny?
Yeah.
That kind of reminds me of this.
Yeah. I think there's a lot more there than you might think.
Okay.
But it's not incredible. Do we want to do this one more time?
Didn't you have one?
Oh yeah, I do have one.
He doesn't care about it enough.
It's fine.
It's all right. Yeah, what's yours?
I got accountants/bookkeepers on a space station, and the plot is alive or shipwrecked. So it is you guys are dorks on a space station, and things crash, and you have to live, and you might eat people like your fellow party members.
Roll to hit. See
our
if you eat
characters
your
again?
team member.
Characters again.
Accountants or
Accountants,
bookkeepers.
okay.
We're keeping records of our our logs, like what happened since we.
I feel like the plot really takes over on that one.
Alive, I think, is weird as a plot.
It's
I don't
like
know what to do.
a very
I've not seen it,
survival based D&D game.
Okay.
Like the elements would be a big part of the enemy. It's kind of I would say man versus nature
Okay.
kind of plot, and you are stranded, and you either have to hold out or wander around until you find safety.
Okay. Meh.
All right, kids, let's roll the dice.
You know, I kind of hate that we don't like a certain role because of crappy things that are happening in the real world, like school shootings. I just hate that we don't want to pick plot stuff because of that.
Has that come up yet?
Just
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, the one about the
Police,
police officers
campus
are
and 300.
Yeah,
Oh,
300, yeah.
What's Red Dawn? I feel like I need to get out there more.
Oh, Red Dawn is like a city in the 80s, and Russia takes over, and they are
These guys like fight back.
right, and they're school kids, in high school, and they're fighting back these Russians, and they're after Russia takes over, they're kind of like terrorists, which are in America world are patriots, but
So it's another country basically coming to take over, and then this small group
Russia
of
takes
Americans.
over.
Russia takes over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they
Americans.
fight them back. Yeah.
Okay, I could go first if you want.
All right, Chuck.
So I rolled 14 for scientists, and then I rolled a 5 for D&D standard,
Okay.
and then I rolled a 50 for Red Dawn.
Okay.
So
I think this is cool.
yeah, it sounds pretty cool. I mean, you could totally do something with the D&D standard, tying it in with Red Dawn. You know, you've got it's Russia invading America, and you have a small group of people. So we're scientists. You know, that's our job. And maybe, you know, we come up with some sort of technology to fight back against the enemy. Let's say in this case, it's the the drow are coming to
Yeah, it could be any. Yeah.
attack. It could be anything.
Orcs, elves, whatever.
elves,
Anything.
drow, whatever you want. You know,
Yeah.
maybe we want to be all humans, or maybe maybe it's like you could be like humans, elves, dwarves. They're like the peaceful races, and then you have like the drow or something like that, where they're just like coming up from the Underdark, and they're coming to take over your land. And we're a small group of and scientists. I guess you could skin it away for D&D standard, where we're like wizards or some sort of people that are involved in the arcane world. You know, we're
I think that we're kind
You
of
know.
like it's chemical warfare, and that's like we're scientists to fight the chemical warfare too.
yeah. But
Yeah,
it could,
that could be
I mean,
really
you
cool.
could do
I
it
like
in a
that.
way where it's
Yeah.
like maybe you're a scientist, where it's like D&D standard, where it's involved with like spells, or maybe you're like your weapon has something to do with like something that you invented, where you know, where like a mace is sort of, I don't know.
Maybe we all
Some
take
sort
the background of scholar, like we've done before, where you're a scientist, you can just take the background of scholar.
Yeah.
for D&D.
Everyone's a wizard.
Everyone's
There's no
a
reason
wizard.
why
Yeah.
you
Scientists
can't,
could be
like,
translated into wizard for D&D standard. Like everyone's a wizard, and we're fighting back against whatever the enemy is that's attacking the world that you create and stuff.
Sure.
It's good.
All right, I'll go next. This is Casey. I have Hitman for the characters. Sci-fi fantasy.
Are you serious? I got the if we got the exact same thing, we're 2 out of 2.
Oh, and I have John Wick for my plot.
I got Mad Max.
Okay,
fuck.
either of those would be good. I
Those
think.
are both.
Sci-fi fantasy John Wick. Like you are
Star Warsy.
yeah, you're
badasses.
planet jumping. You're hanging out on Tatooine at the cantina, but like you're trying to find the people that killed your dog or your
Somebody
tauntaun or
somebody
whatever.
jumped through interdimensional portal and not necessarily. I mean, they could kill your dog if you wanted to make it a dog, but they could kill something that you care deeply about.
Yeah.
And you come out of retirement and you jump like you're a portal jumper as well, and you do the calculations, hunt them down, and you figure out where they're from, and you go and you mess them up. It's a high action packed adventure that
I like that a lot.
Could be super quick, and you're going after them.
Matt, what was your Mad Max?
Yeah,
almost the same thing, except it's just a ride.
A ride, yeah. It's a
roller coaster instead.
Mm-hmm.
Mine is probably more plotting, more like hunting.
They both sound good though. Robbie?
All right, I like mine. So for characters, we are educators. For setting, it is Tron. And for plot, it's Trimmers. So I imagine us being in a video game of Tron, and I as educators, I see us kind of being like a fatherly figure to someone new in the game, and just out of nowhere, things are hunting us from underground digital space. These things keep popping up and trying to eat us.
I think that's really cool.
They're viruses.
That's what I was thinking.
Viruses just keep coming out of nowhere, and then you find out that whoever we're the father figure of is downloading too much porn.
Yep.
Or something. I told you not to do that. Them viruses will come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Play the ending.
All right, so let's go around the table. So we have 4 each.
I put some stars next to the ones that I thought we were most interested in. So for mine, at least.
Matt, what's your best one you think it got so far?
I'm super pumped about Hitman Abyss Friday the 13th.
Chuck, what's your favorite one so far?
Can I do 2?
No. You have to do 1.
What? Come on.
Them's the rules.
Bitch got
I
told.
just made up rules.
The one I'm most excited about that I rolled?
Yeah, the most exciting one you rolled.
I guess the one I'm most excited about that I rolled would be Scientist D&D Standard and then Red Dawn.
Okay.
But my other one is the very first one, Aasimar, The Abyss, and Wizard of Oz. But I would not know how to DM that, so I thought it was really cool sounding. So,
Robbie, what's your fave?
See, I really like the police school campus in 300, but I'm torn between us doing that or not. But I do have the educators Tron and Trimmers as well. So
that was cool.
I feel like the 300 one doesn't have to be a school shooting.
No, it doesn't have to be.
I think it's an invading army of some sort.
Yeah, you could put it in a setting where it's not a horrific modern tragedy that we live in every day.
Right. It's only once a week.
That's
on average. Yeah.
Every other day.
Yeah.
I think I would go with the educators Tron and Trimmers as my final favorite.
I'm leaning Hitman, sci-fi, fantasy, John Wick out of the 4 that I rolled. I feel like, Matt, is this your time to shine?
I'm excited about it. I'll be honest.
Yeah,
I am.
Yeah,
you seem like the most excited out of the 4 of us.
I'm pretty pumped. So. We had some good ones. I feel like the chart change has been very positive. I feel like this was a very difficult. If I wasn't super pumped about this one even coming into today, I feel like all of us came up with at least one that would be great.
Okay.
I think so too. I think we've all had, like, last time we struggled trying to find a good one, and this time we have 4 good ones.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I feel like I'm excited.
I felt like last time we came up with a pretty good one, pretty easy.
Yeah, that's true.
But I'm excited about some. And I feel like I want to DM just because I want to DM again because I think I love DMing.
You do a great job, yeah.
Thank you. But I feel like I feel like you could pick yours, or if you like Chuck's better, the other SMR one.
I feel like you guys sold me on the Friday 13th part. So you would be chased while having a goal. I think I can work with that. The Wizard of Oz.
So do we want to just review them real fast, just to make sure you're good. Like I like the Friday the 13th one because we did talk about it, but the very first one I rolled was Aasimar.
Mm-hmm.
So descendants of Celestials and all that in the Abyss, with a plot of Wizard of the Oz. Wizard of Oz.
The only difference is the plot, right?
The only difference
Yeah,
is the
ASMR are pretty flexible as far as, I mean, you could be hitmen that are ASMR, frankly. But at the end of the day, yeah, the plot Friday the 13th goes a little bit better for me than Wizard of Oz, where I could do some metaphorical stuff, I'm sure, like you said, with it.
I'm kind of excited, thinking of Wizard. If Matt does what I'm thinking, we have someone who's coming after us.
Oh yeah,
and someone that we could have some serious character deaths. So maybe we should make 2 characters each or something like that. You know what I mean?
You guys are gonna probably be starting around level 14, 15 range. I'll have to check that out.
Wow.
And the guy coming after you is you won't be able to take him down. I mean, at least early on, we'll see. But it'll be.
Does the group all agree? Does this sound good?
If Matt's passionate about it,
Yeah.
I mean, his passion makes me excited.
I'm excited. I've level 14, 15. I don't know if I've
never
ever
played a character that high,
I've never
so-
played a character that high level.
I'm kind of nervous about that just because I'm just like, oh, what are my abilities again?
Yeah,
But
there's a lot of choices.
Yeah. Well,
And you know how hard it is to kill a level 14 or 15 character.
I do. I anticipate some real sparks flying. That's what I anticipate, on both sides of the table.
Awesome.
I don't see any reason why this wouldn't be a lot of fun. You all right with this, Robbie?
Yeah.
All right, so Matt, you start, I guess, working on some guidance for our characters, what classes and or races and things that are our options, and
Sure.
figuring out a level and figuring out what the hell is going to slice us in half with a machete or whatever tool they decide to use.
You guys won't regret it.
or will we?
Well,
I guess you have to find out on episode 1 of Campaign 4. Campaign 4, you guys.
Wow.
Can you believe it? Oh, this is so exciting. Campaign 4 of Crit Sandwich coming at you today.
Wow.
Listen to this podcast.
You're going to love it.
They both release on the same day every time. I have no clue what's going to happen. It's actually probably going to be a month or 2 before I find out what's going to happen on that first episode, but you're going to hear it right now.
I know. I bet my character dies right after this.
might happen.
Let's hope so. I'm just kidding. Let's not hope so. Because we're on the same team here.
We're on the same team.
Yes, you are.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for sinking your teeth into Crit Sandwich. Please give us a review on iTunes or the Apple Podcasts app. Please follow us on Twitter, Facebook, or email us at critsandwichpodcast@gmail.com.